any professional is going to be disciplined at the thing in which they are a professional because you have no choice. By definition, a professional is someone who does something as their main paid occupation. So discipline is the driving force that keeps someone showing up and doing their job, regardless of what's happening on the outside, regardless of what's happening on the inside, regardless of whether it's going great, whether it's going terrible. You have to just consistently show up. And also discipline is a key differentiating skill because so few people have discipline, even though everyone understands the value of having it. So few people have it that if you have it, you basically separate yourself from a whole lot of people just by the simple law of contrast.
Yeah, I can imagine that, I have traditionally published authors who have a schedule. They have to deliver their manuscript to the publisher on such and such a date. And independently published authors obviously don't have quite that same outside motivator. They have their internal motivator. They may not be relying on their work yet for their living. They're doing it on the weekends, with another job. So are there different approaches that, let's say, an indie author who's still working a day job is going to take in order to enforce some discipline around their work?
It's a great question. And I say no, there's not. Because even if you're an indie author, let's say you're a lawyer full time, but you're writing on the side and you can only dedicate 10 hours a week to writing, then you better be putting in those 10 hours and writing. That is a discipline right there. And if you want to be consistent in what your books produce, even as an on the side author, let's say you want your books to make you $100 a month, then you have to produce consistently if you want the money to come in consistently. This is just how it works. It's the law of the universe. You have to give what you want to get. Right? There's a balance out. So, and then you contrast that with someone who is a full-time author. They make all of their money from writing. They may have more time to give to the writing, but the consistency of the process is exactly the same. So whether you have 10 hours a week or you have 80 hours a week, you still need to be consistent in giving the time that you need to give to the thing that you're looking to achieve. So the answer is no, there isn't a difference. The only difference is in the volume, but the process itself is not different.
Yeah, I would think from a goal setting point of view, someone who's working a law job full time shouldn't be comparing their output to somebody who's doing the writing full time.
No.
When you think about I think that the A and the R in SMART is achievable and realistic or something like that. And making sure that, you're not setting goals for yourself that are based on an unfair baseline. If you're comparing yourself to someone who has more time or more resources to accomplish something, then you're not setting yourself up for success.